Back to the Pro XR. So I just went ahead and replaced my throttle cables with this aftermarket set of SPI cables. So it works pretty good, nice smooth function. Got them adjusted so the slides are all the way closed, and at wide open it is wide open. So pretty cool. I guess I could start moving forward with getting everything I need back together on the engine, because I do have some new parts for that, and maybe get pretty close to getting this thing completely done. I still have to track down a shock tower cover for this thing. Like I said, either I'll pull it from this Pro-X I'm building because it's a project and this is, well, pretty much done, or I'll go check out the ones on my park sled out back. But these do take special rivets, which I currently do not have. Yes, a normal rivet with a little washer would work, but I kind of want to do this one right, you know. So I'm going to go ahead and clean off a bench because it has become destroyed over these last couple of projects, and get started on making this ready to go back in this. Sweet. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and replace these old wore out carb boots with a set of OEM carb boots straight from Polaris. Let's see. For a Pro-X with the big block, you'll need part number 1253485. These are still available through Polaris. They probably won't be for too much longer. I predict in the next few years these will become no longer available, so I suggest getting some while you can, even if it's just put them on the shelf and store them. I'll be honest, there for a moment I forgot to put a set of E-Force reeds on this thing. All right, bam, brand new carb boots installed. We're going to work on the motor mounts, and I have a little thing I'm going to put on this thing that most people don't see, but I have talked about in previous videos, so I'll show you guys that here in a second. This is what I was talking about. This is a crankcase slash crank stiffening plate. I want to put it on the bottom of this motor, so you just kind of like go just like this. Unfortunately, must have been on an older motor. Actually, I know it was, and they may have changed the casting on the water pump a little bit over the years, but that right there that sticks out is hitting right there. So I need to notch this plate to be able to put it on. There you have it. That's all there is to installing this additional stiffener to your motor. Now this is a really old school one. These were sold like 15, 16 years ago. You cannot buy this exact one anymore. They aren't made. They haven't been for a long time. So I feel like this is a good sled to get something like that. And but like I said in my other video, you can buy new ones, just not of this company, but they're just as good of a quality as these, if not better, I think. I actually have a couple coming my way. I just remember I said in a different video I was going to show you guys through these at how nice this top end looks, and I never did. This is beautiful. You can't really see without light, but she is fresh looking in there. Makes me super happy, and I do believe this motor is ready to go back in that Pro XR. Let's get it done. So on these Pro XRs, I take a brief intermission while setting these on or into the chassis. I just set this on top of the brace for the bulkhead, and this is where I start to connect my oil cables, get it adjusted, things like that. Obviously, I already have it on my carburetors. I got the carb set up so they go from idle to complete wide open throttle, already verified. And then from there, I hook up my oil pump, and I set it ever so rich on oil. I know I've shown this a couple times, but I know I'm always getting new people. So on these Polaris motors, if those two lines are perfectly aligned, you'll be running factory amount of oil. But if it's ever so, if it's on this side, if this line is on this side of the line on the oil pump, you're running rich on oil. which I prefer to do on all of my sleds because I am a fan of oil. Oil makes things happy. So yeah, pretty pumped. Motor's all cleaned up. Got the cool plate, new throttle and oil cables, new motor mounts, new torque stop. Motor's freaking clean. Still need a shock tower cover, but oh yeah, new carb boots, V-Force 3 reeds. Hell yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this a little closer to being in, so I got some more room right in here, and I'll get my oil line and all that hooked up and my pulse line, and this thing will be ready to set in place. Okay, we got the old 800 dropped in place. Hell yeah, she's all bolted in. Oil line, pulse line, cables, all that's already hooked up. Whew. Amber's spot cleaning still. Sweet progress. I gotta clean this stuff up. I got this all dirty with metal shavings when I took the rivets out for that, so yeah. Quick little update. Carburetors are in, air box is in, all of the electronics are hooked up. This SPI throttle cable is kind of obnoxious with how long that is. God, I don't like it. Oh well, if I can find an OEM one, maybe I'll replace it, but for now, I might just have to put a zip tie around all three of these so it's not all crazy like. They work though. It's not kinked. Oh yeah, my brakes are kind of stuck. I forgot about that. It'll return, but not all the way. Oh well. I guess for now, we're trying to get this thing out of the garage. So I'm not putting a shock tower cover on it yet because I don't have the right rivets. But we're gonna put the exhaust on it, get this thing fired up, and we'll get it out of the garage so we can move on to another project. So let's get to it. Okay, we got the pipe out, cans installed, wire pipes on. Amber just cleaned out the nose of this thing again. And I just now noticed how wore out the end of my stock pipe is. Gonna have to get an aftermarket one. Get some more power. This thing is all buttoned up, minus shock tower cover. Even put a belt on it. We're gonna go ahead and try to do the first start since the motor's back in. pumped.
Yes. Much better.
We're gonna get the hell out of here. Pull something else in. She's got a little project she wants me to work on, so
Yeah,
stay tuned till next video.
unfortunately.